On this episode of Grassroots Garage, we catch up with the Datsun Nissan Guru himself, Adam Clarke, in his Western Sydney workshop. With over 15 years of experience in all aspects of the game such as street, off-road, tarmac, rally and drag racing, and he's also had his hand in some of the most quality Datsun 1600s, still tearing up the streets and track today. For a couple of amateurs, Pete and I definitely walked away with a hat full of knowledge.
Welcome to Grassroots Garage. We're down here at Drag Car Fabrications. Adam's been kind enough to give us a couple minutes of his time, which is very valuable, so we really appreciate it. Adam, thanks for coming on the show.
No problem.
Tell us about your workshop.
Well, I work on Datsuns.
We noticed.
I live and breathe Datsun.
Yeah.
Can't tell.
So when did this all kick off? When did
I guess when I was 16 and I bought my first Datsun 1600 for $500 off my mate. It was a bit of a shit box. Probably why I became a mechanic. Had to fix it all the time.
Had to fix it all the time. Yeah. And that kicked off a love affair.
That started off my 1600 career, and that was it. That 1600, yeah.
Yeah, this one right here.
Your face, Petey, that looks like Mr. Northy's car.
This one?
That looks like Mr. Northy's car.
Doesn't it? Missing a couple of bits, waiting on a gearbox.
20 years, since I was, I don't know, 16. You know
16,
what I mean?
yeah.
Sold it in 2000.
Still in the family.
Oh, well, still, it's been down the traps a bit. Now it's come back.
And hasn't it come back with a vengeance? I'll put a link in the description of this video so you can check out the previous episode we did featuring Dave's beautiful 1600.
Alright, so what are we working on at the moment? Tell us about this one behind us here. This is a drag car?
Well, this is my drag car. I've been doing a little bit over the last 7 years. This is a Nissan V8 Infinity engine. V8 45 they are. They come out in 92, around that year.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it because it's a Nissan engine. I like 240Zs because it's a Datsun.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And so I thought I'd build a drag car. And I'm a bit slow building it, but still there's no one out there with it. If I bring it out tomorrow, it's still 10 years ago. You know what I mean? I'm still not behind the pace, I reckon, if I'd done it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a gun eventually. It should look pretty cool. You know what I mean?
What's the thought of going over the top with the exhaust and then back underneath?
Well, just because the car runs so low to the ground.
Okay.
They run so low to the ground, and the wheel turn. You don't really have much room because you've got a single turbo at the front. You don't have much room for.
Is that just the done thing? Is it to do it this way?
Well, if the single turbo's at the front, they come forward up here.
Yeah.
If it's a twin turbo and they sit them at the back, well, the pipes go to there. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, I didn't want to go twin. I thought,
one monster.
If I was happy to make 1500 horsepower with an 850 kilo shell, it's going to be competitive.
It's going to be quick.
There's still people look at them now and think, what's that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that a Toyota, they say? I said, I had the right Nissan on the rock cover.
That's it,
just so people stop saying, is that a Toyota?
What times would that run, do you think?
Oh, no idea, to be honest with you, because no one's got anything going. It all revolves around horsepower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I can make 1,000 or 1,500 horsepower, with the weight, you can work it out on a slide calculator to get a time. I don't give times because it's just theory. You know, I'll tell you when I'm doing practical.
That's it,
you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm hoping I'm competitive in the 7 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm in there, but time will tell.
What's your black one at the front do?
11.6.
But just consistently, doesn't it? It just does an 11.
Last 6 passes, it's done 11.6, 11.7, 11.6. You know what I mean? Last week we're there and I chopped off an R35 GTR that apparently done 10.6, and I thought, I'll walk back to my car thinking he's going to get me.
Yeah.
Mate, I got him off the line and we both run 11.6 and I got the lights,
Nice.
We headed down to Eastern Creek Dragway just to show you how consistent this car is on the track.
what's in this white one?
It's just a SR20. I originally had an L series in there, but with twin Webbers and all that, and it was all looking immaculate. Then I just had a brain spurt one day and said, nah.
SR's got to go.
I ripped it out and sold it to some Datsun in the Datsun page and bought an SR. A friend of mine owns this with me. We're going to build it together. He hasn't done a thing. He's just chipped half the bill. Thanks, Keith. You're a great help.
Yeah. And this is just a bit of rigidity through here.
Well, they're into here. It comes down into here. It comes down to here. When you rally car and you're jumping up and down, you're jumping up and down.
Gotcha.
You got to tie it all in. It's got a strut base and comes in. Everywhere you think's going to cop a fashion, I reinforced. You know what I mean?
It looks nice in the white too. It's beautiful.
Well, all my cars are black. I thought I'd paint one white.
And then, but
Me stash of black ran out.
Yeah. So we're going to head across the road and have a look at some. So this is fun. Let's go look at business.
Adam was kind enough to take us over to his other workshop and give us the ins and out of actually building a drag car.
How you cut them down to what they look like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So they make them just maximum, and then you bring it into what you need. Yeah, gotcha.
So what type of time are you looking at to fabricate something like that?
To where it is now, this car, which is it's a roller, it's taken me 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
So it's 160 hours. To do a lot of the other little stuff can take that again. You know what I mean? Diff got to go in it.
Yeah.
What diff's that?
Well, it's a custom made diff to suit the length of this car.
That's all done in house.
Bring that dude back up. Now I sublet the diffs out to Terry Bosenjang.
Oh yes.
I buy all the bits as it is. I put the diff together as it is, and I send it to him like that, unwelded.
Yes, gotcha.
Because he makes many axles and he welds it up on his diff jig straight and straightens it back up for me, and I carry on doing my stuff. That's sort of a 3/4, what you call a 3/4 chassis from the front chassis rails.
Okay.
No, centre and the back.
When you're doing all these angles, where do you chop out what was there? What defines what angles you're going to do?
Well, at the end of the day, a drag car pushes from the wheelie bars, from the forelink, from the back. You could have anything up here, push it. It could be a friggin' billy cart up here. You know what I mean? It really only lifts and pushes from the forelink and pushes.
Yes.
The rest of it's coming along for the ride.
Yeah. So you would start from those forelink bolts?
Well, you start from the centre beam, you know what I mean? And you build your car backwards for the wheels to suit the tubs. The centre of the wheels have got to set in the centre of the guard. Then your forelink bar is a certain length. You know what I mean? And that will determine where the centre beam starts from.
Yeah, gotcha.
So you build forward. You have a centre beam. Then you build the whole car forward to that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And people build.
And so this line here, for example, this one here, that's going to be there. You know where that's going to be. So then you just triangulate back from there, and you just sort of...
Yeah, some of the main beams go in because the gearbox cross member, that's where that's got to sit.
Yeah.
That can sit different in different cars, depending where the engine sits in different cars.
Yeah.
That can sit back or forward. So you put some of the main beams in, then you triangulate the other beams. And I go off a Pro Stock chassis, which are Jerry Bickle Pro Stock chassis. That's what I build cars from, you know what I mean? Because I bought a book years ago which told me how to build a Pro Stock chassis.
Yes.
And the guidelines that I've just referenced from every car. And the different cars, the different length track determines the different cars, but the wheel size determines where the forelink bar goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could get a skinny car, put the back wheel in, measure forward, 22 inches, and take and count the hinge joints, and put a line, that's where my centre beam goes from. Bang. Doesn't matter what car.
And then you just know from
then I
there.
build forward from that car. You know what I mean? How I want the shell, where they I sit the seats back, so they sit back and low. You know what I mean? I didn't design any of this. People designed it before me. I'm just a good copier.
It's gonna have some serious horsepower. This one.
Oh, this owner's gonna shake some heads too. Yeah.
Plasma
engine manifold, big Pro Mod 94 turbo. You know what I mean? A lot of good bits are going into this car. It should be right up there with the fast Skylines, if not faster.
The idea of it.
You know what I mean? Well, that's the plan. No one wants to come second.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Everyone wants to come first. And
the rear housing is that phenomenally large?
it is.
I was looking at your V8 one. It's your V8 one.
This is probably 15 to 2,000 horsepower rear housing. Now the rear housings are what you know, are relevant to horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or where you want your revs and horsepower. You know what I mean? These things, the big front covers are relevant to how much horsepower will actually flow.
Sure.
But you can't have too small of a housing on it, or you can't have too big of a housing on it. It's got to be suited to your engine.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And to your power band.
So he's going to have a lot of lag. He's going to have to sit on the line and get.
These days they have a big housing, but they have additives now. They have additives in the gearbox and trans brakes and all this stuff and little nitrous kits to bring the lag straight up.
Gotcha.
So you don't have lag.
Okay.
You know what I mean, so you're leaving.
Sits on the line.
You're doing 6 seconds of 50, 60 pounder boost.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going lining up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The technology now has got better. You know what I mean, with the things they do to the gearbox and whatnot. So you could leave 60 pound and do 60 pound all the way down the track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's 1200 horsepower, 15 or whatever they want to make, they can make all the way down the line.
Yeah.
That's how they're getting the big numbers.
Yeah. What's your favourite car you've ever built?
Oh, I've built lots. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
The one I like the most is my black 240Z.
Yeah.
But I've built many cars for customers.
Yeah.
I've built a nice Mazda 808 or RX3. The dude had the best of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow.
It was
Is
a
that still around? Is it still?
Well, it's probably still somewhere, but I don't think it gets driven much because it's that immaculate.
Yeah.
I like building Datsuns, so my two Datsuns and they're mine. They give me the most pleasure.
You built both of the black 1600s. You built.
There's 3 of them going around. Yeah.
3 of them. Yeah.
I built both of the.
They were
Both of mine. They've all been and come and gone.
Yeah.
Another one's coming. Another black one's coming in a few weeks.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
The one I've just built at the dyno now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just getting dynoed with Brett Midcalf's one.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His is just at the dyno now, so it won't be long until that's back to finish it off to get engineered.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Then as soon as that's gone, Mark Willoughby's car's coming, which is the 3rd black one to tidy a few things up. But I used to own that car originally. I built that car originally.
Yeah.
I sold it to my mate and it was blue and had an FJ20 in it.
Yeah.
And he spent trillions on it after that. You know what I mean? So I originally built it and I originally helped my mate build it after, doing lots of things, and we painted it black. So I've had big hands in all 3 of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's scared. Mark Willoughby's is
Scared,
Yeah,
yes.
that's right.
They're all 3 pretty impressive black 1600s, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
out of the same black tin.
Yeah, that's it.
This is mine and my son's black car.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Get
Come
in
in
here.
here, Josh.
Get in,
Josh.
You know what I mean? This is Josh. Josh has just hit 17 and he wants to go racing with Dad.
Thanks for coming to the show, mate.
Nice to meet you.
Tell us about your car.
Well, it's the S13.
Yep.
Cool. A track car for me and my dad.
Yep.
Drive around, have some fun.
Drifting or circuit?
Circuit track.
Circuit. Yep. Bit of skid pan. Yeah. Why S13?
Well, I think he
Dad
just
likes it.
yeah,
Dad
he
likes it.
him.
And he painted it black, standard.
As the rest, all of them.
We bought it like this. I put the roll cage in it. We put brakes on it. We put the ribs on it.
Make it a proper car.
Yes,
Yeah.
we done a bit of engine stuff and just safety and done a bit of the dash and the trim and all that we done last week, just so we can have some fun in a cheap car and not wreck Dad's goods car.
Yeah.
It's just SR20 as people like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not much far from stocker,
Yeah.
really, you know what I mean? We're just putting a bigger radiator and a remote oil cooler and better the cooling system a little bit.
Have you freshened up that motor?
No. All we've done is done doughies down the back.
So are you getting into the welding? Are you going to start? Is this the end game?
Soon. Soon.
Yeah. Get him on the tools.
He's only just started this year's first year apprenticeship.
Yes. As a fabricator. What's the actual apprenticeship called?
As a Datsun, I'm a fabricator and a mechanic.
Yes.
So he's going to learn what I do.
Oh yes. Okay.
So.
I mean, you're never going to run out of people who want cars worked on.
And for me, I build them, and people see that you build them. You go and have some fun in the car, and they go, "I want that. He can build that. I want that." And that's where I have built my first 1600. People saw that. Oh, you can do that. Can you do this for me? You know what I mean? And that's how it evolved. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I work for Bond Roll Bars and a few other joints, Performance Metal Craft, building a lot of nice cars. You know what I mean? I had the opportunity to do that, and I eventually went out on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To build my own stuff.
Absolutely.
Back in 2000. You know what I mean? So and it's 2017 now.
17 years of it. Yeah.
Time,
that's it.
I'm still
Time
here.
flies. Yeah. Still going strong. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
This is going to be, you know.
Tell you what, you go right in the welder.
Well, probably 20 years of welding, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
20 years, if you can't be alright after 20 years, I mean, I've 20 years of building cars,
Yeah.
and I've only ever done 4 track days in my whole life.
Yeah.
And the track car in question is none other than the mighty Godzilla R33 Skyline. We'll be definitely strapping a GoPro in next time he's out on the circuit. Pete and I would like to say a big thanks to Adam and Josh from Drag Car Fabrications. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for the next one.